everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Broncos going up against the Steelers. And with that, we'll send you up to the North Shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the Three Rivers as we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. In their game against the Bengals, so much talk going in about the battle between the talented Antonio Brown and A.J. Green. That never really materialized, did it, partner?
No, A.J. Green had 2 catches on the day. Antonio Brown had 4. So it wasn't quite the follow-up for Antonio Brown to week 1 when he absolutely torched Washington. But Pittsburgh won the game, and that's all that matters to him.
A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be, making a name for himself rapidly running the football.
Now Simeon, and caught, right side, Green. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They run. Anderson. And he's brought down.
I'm not sure that the re-signing of C.J. Anderson in the offseason wasn't one of the bigger moves by an NFL team because he provides them some toughness running the football. He pass protects really well. and he kind of sets the tone for Denver when they're on offense.
Against the Colts, he had 74 yards in Week 2. Devontae Booker is a nice change of pace guy to have with him, isn't he?
Hard to believe they got him in the 4th round. One of the better runners in the country. Actually likes to carry the ball in his left hand, reminiscent of a great runner in the past. How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Here's Bell. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's really coming to vote to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
On second down, it's Bell. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position.
There goes Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 55 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And coming out now, the Broncos. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He goes underneath for Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Running right, and he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Let's go! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
On First down, he'll drop to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that,
now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Demaryius Thomas high in the air to bring it in. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll go again with Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. On the right side, caught by Green. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Fresh set of downs here.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Roethlisberger looking to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Green, 39. Gone.
Simeon escaping the pressure right. And caught right side, Green. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. With it is Brown. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. He'll air it out, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They run it again with Anderson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Let's see what the defense dials up here, 3rd and 4. Now Simeon. This is Booker on the dump off. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Fowler's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout.